Okay, I'm finished now. So here's all the notches I did. Notch in the bottom, the notch along this edge here for the gun to ride in, and the notch here on the end for the knee. Right there. Okay, so now all we have to do is assemble it. So let's do that. And now for the assembly process. First thing I did was I slipped a piece of plastic under my plate glass so I don't end up gluing my piece here to the table. So I'm using just carpenter glue here, and I'm going to get some on the ends of this. Okay, the first piece to glue in is the end, like that, and like that. Now what I want to do, I want to check it for square. Okay, make sure it's against the glass. And that's square. Okay, now we'll put on the front piece. Get some glue. I don't worry about the glue when it oozes out past the joinery because I'll go back and clean that out later. Okay, let's set that in the front here. There we go. And then we're going to check it for square. That's it. Nice and square there. Flat against my whoopsie, I moved it. Okay, nice and square there. Let's check this one more time. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's it. Let's let this set and dry now. Okay, what I did was I just took a square piece of wood right here and I glued it in that slot that I cut along here. Then what I did was I sanded it down flush with the top here and flush with the end here. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to sand an arc right here and take this corner off. And I'm going to use my Dremel drill right here to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more off, I think. Yeah, that's what I want. That looks good. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted, so I'll stop there. Okay, that looks good. Now I got to do this side, and that'll complete my sled. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do is assemble this gun carriage, and I've already cleaned off the char here on the edges of all my pieces, like this, see, and except this one. So let me show you how I do this really quick. I love this little vise. It's really great for holding things. So let's zoom in. Okay, I use this triangle shaped file here, and what I do is I just go right along the edges here. And see how fast it takes it off? Just that quick. So that one's done. Almost. Okay, that one's done. A little bit more. Okay, that one's done. Okay, and that one's done. See? Got them nice and clean. But now I have to do this edge right here, which goes just as quick because I just put the file against the edge there. Just maybe 3 passes, that's all it takes. And there you go. Then I have to do now is go across the top, which I just go like so. See the charts coming right off of there. Okay, a little bit more. And there we have it. So all I do next is I'll just flip it up on end and put it in there, clean off the end here, the bottom, and all around it. So what we're going to do now is assemble these gun carriages. So the first thing I did was I took this piece here and I glued it onto the side on an angle like that. Okay, so what that did was that created a point right here. So let me zoom way in and I'll show you. Okay, see that little triangle right there? Well, that's what I'm going to cut off. And when I cut that off, what I'm going to get is this angle right here. Okay, so when we line it up, there it is. Okay, so what that's going to do, that's going to allow this piece right here to set flat across. See, it sets right on that. Okay, here I have one set up in the jig, and what I did was I lined up the bottom of my notches with the face, and now you can see this is standing up here, and here it is here, right here. Okay, so because we're going on an end grain, this would be really difficult to cut with a knife. So to make things much easier, I'm going to use my little Dremel here with my little cutting wheel on it, and I'm just going to go in there and take that right off. Here we go. Okay, done. So now I have my nice angle cut right in there perfectly. See it? There it is. So I got 2 more of these to do, so let me get those done and then we'll move on. Okay, assembly on it, it's going to be quite simple. We're just going to take these cross pieces, set them on the sled like so. Then we're going to take one of our sides, this piece right here all glued up, and we're going to set it on our cross pieces, just like that. Take the second side, set it in there, push it in. Now let's line it up. So what we want to do is we want to take one of our cannons and we want to just set it in there and push it down. Okay, now it's just a matter of squaring it all up. Okay, I think that looks good. I have an even amount of these braces sticking out on both sides. The gun fits in there nicely, so last thing I'm going to do is just check for square to make sure these sides are sitting upright. Okay, that's one. Let's just let it sit and dry now, and I'll do the other two. Okay, I have the skids done right here. Okay, I have all my pieces together, and I have my carriages done, and they sit right in there like this. Okay, so now the next thing I need to do is the ring that the skid set on, and that goes, it sets like this. And then that'll set like that on deck, and you could turn it. And there was a big pivot that went right through here, and then it went down through the deck beam, and that's what the gun pivoted on. So now to make the ring, the first thing I'm going to need here is my little vise, and what I have to do is I have to clean this char off of here. So I'm going to mount it in my vise here, okay, like this, and I'm only going to do one of these because you don't want to sit and watch me do all 12 of them. Okay, so I've got it in my vise, like so. Clamp it in. Then there's this little ledge right here. I'm just going to knock that off, just like this. Okay, now I'm going to take my razor blade, and I'm just going to scrape this clean. Like so. It comes right off of there. Not too much problem. Okay. A little bit here on the end. Okay, you can see that came off really nice and clean. Now I got a little bit more right here, so a little scraping with the razor blade, and that side's nice and clean now. So now that I have the outside cleaned, what I want to do is I want to flip it over and do the same thing on the inside. So I'm going to get it clamped here in my vise. Okay, now this time I'm not going to knock off that little piece there, and I'll show you what happens. See, the razor blade gets caught on it, so I'm going to take it off of there. Like that. Okay, now you can take the razor blade, and it just glides right along there, see? See, I took that right off. Made it nice and clean. Alright. Okay, now let me move this end down like so. Okay, I'm just going to take that off of there. Just like that. And then this last end, clamp it in. Okay, I'm just going to take that last bit off of there. See right here, and there's a little tiny bit left. and I'll clean that right off, just like that. So that's how you clean the char off these ring pieces. So what I did was, I got a set here, and this set's all been cleaned. So what I want to do is, we have these rings here, and on the ship these were iron rings, and so I wanted to take a regular magic marker, and I just wanted to color it in like this, just blacken it. So I don't want to use paint, because paint kind of stands up on the surface and you could tell it's paint. Magic marker just soaks right into it and leaves a very matte, nice finish. Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up here. And there we have it. Now the edges are charred from the laser, so they're already dark, so I'm just going to leave those alone. Okay, so now, once I have my ring all blackened in, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take each one of my pieces here and get some glue on the bottom of it. Okay, just like so. Get it glued up. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to set it on the ring and line it up along the edge. Just like that. Okay, now I want to check to make sure the end is lining up, and it is, and it is. Okay, then the next one. Okay, now we'll put the last piece in, and it just drops in there perfectly. Now I'm lining up all of my ends. Okay. Okay. Alright. There it is. There's my first ring. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wait for this glue to start to set up, and then I'm going to clean it all off, the outside and then the inside here. So that's how that goes, and then these will ride on them like so.